Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we visited the Estar... No, actually we visited the Estar Lunatic Pandora first. Then we visited the Estar Luna space station. And then I got interrupted and the session ended in a little bit of a rush, as in I didn't say goodbye at all. Because I thought, oh, it's just gonna be, I'll be back in a minute, and then I was more like, oh, I'm gonna be back in 2 hours. And I just went to the next, sorry, went like literally one room next to where I paused and found a saving point. Like, I'm still having Reno on my back, and just let's retrace our steps. So we were here, and I paused. Then I went here, and I thought, there must be a save point somewhere on this station. And I was like, oh, look at you! And then I saved and quit. So now you're up to par again. That's what you missed. And yeah, so now we are supposed to take Renoa, to put Renoa to rest here. Because comatose people don't get enough rest. As everyone knows, they are jumping all over the place all the time. And this doesn't look like a bed. This does look like a coffin. I'm still not really sure about this medical team. Suspicious as fuck. Can I read her vitals here? No. Can I see a naked scan of her here? No. Also no. Okay, that's one positive thing. Yeah. Not anything to her. Well, I don't have an armor, but I got a blade. I'm gonna put it where the sun doesn't shine if you touch her. So yeah. We don't like Mr. Is she 18? And yeah. Now we know where to find him. We basically know where his house lives, which is a German. I think that joke's only funny to Germans. Sorry. Bad habit. So yeah, the lunar space station. Let's just take a look around here. So this one guy's just telling us about, yep, of her for a second. He doesn't mean Reno, of course. He means Adel, the terror witch, terror sorceress of Estar, who apparently is no, not you. I wanted the other one. No, no! Oh my fucking god! This can't be real. Okay, so everyone now you definitely know that they keep watch over Adel here, which we weren't told before. And this guy's boasting about the technology and everything's so cool. What can you do if there are dangers all around and you get rid of them? What else can you do? What more can you do? Just contain them and keep them under control. So instead of, hey, let's kill it, hey, let's cage it and keep it under control. What kind of stupid policy is that? No, actually, about sorceresses, that is a smart policy. I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, so I'll tell you now. And that's simply because of the fact that sorceresses cannot die before they find an heir for their powers. So, yeah. Even if you try to kill a sorceress, she's probably gonna turn one nearby other person, I don't know if it has to be a woman, into another sorceress. Then you have, if your enemy is the person, then you succeeded. But if the person that the sorceress was. But if your enemy is the sorceress powers, then you're just fucked, because now you have someone else with those powers, and you don't know how that person will act. But the Astarians know how Adel, what kind of person Adel is, so they can kind of work with her. So containing Adel is actually not such a bad idea. And yeah, this person gives us the tidbit of information that I didn't know where to put before. That the big crater where we found the white seeds on Centra is made by a lunar cry. Look at the surface. What's you gonna tell me? Oh yeah, gravitational blah blah. Get away with your fucking science. this is the monitor we need to talk to. Kinda hard to find, but yeah. Yep, those are all monsters. Must be a horrible place to live. Besides of the no atmosphere thingy. If you start to factor in things like atmospheric pressure, this couldn't possibly work. But the idea in itself is just so cool. So remember that all this is happening at the same time that we are that our other group is in the lunatic Pandora down at the surface. So as the lunatic Pandora is probably just approaching the Tears point, I guess the monsters can feel this, and I need to go now? Where to go now? And start growing restless or something. If only my nose would stop running, that'd be so great. Ah yes, this guy. Did you see Alone? Not yet. Remember, that was the reason why we came here. So we can see, with Alone's help, what happened to Rinoa and maybe even prevent it, because Squall didn't watch the Butterfly Effect movie. Stupid guy. But yeah. Okay, so this is probably my least favorite room in the whole station. Guess fucking why. I mean, sure, we're on a space station, and it's good to pronounce that, like the astronaut drifting by there. That's a really cool touch. And walking on the ceiling, sure, is kinda a thing in space stations, but I don't think they should have done this. Really, I don't. Yeah. We can just go into Alone there, but if we do that, we'll miss out on a very important bit of information here. Which is... not you. You? No, I think it's those two. They tell us a lot about how Adel, Estar, and the last timeline are connected. So this is a rather important dialogue if you want to understand the game's plot as a whole. So now we know the source of why, for 17 years, no radio transmissions can be used. Because Astarians are like on the radio transmission system. But considering the terror and havoc Adel wrought when she was alive, this is probably a good trade-off. And this the seal thingy sure looks fancy. And also a very interesting thing is the frame supposed to be so shitty? Yeah, I guess so. This big person there is Ale. She's apparently 3 to 4 meters tall. Like, up there you can see her face and some stuff on her shoulder. And behind this text box down there is in red are their feet, or her feet. So I don't know why or how. It's fantasy, so let's just accept it. She's a giant person, so yeah. And the ESTA president is apparently quite a practical man, working with and in the science team himself. And actually the hero who caught Adele. I would love to hear that story. But for now, let's hear a story about Rinoa, Squall's broken heart, and Alone's powers. And it's really odd that the music doesn't change here. I think it doesn't do it in the PlayStation version either, so it's not an emulator error. It's just... why? I also recently noticed an interesting thing. There's this song "Eyes on Me" that Julia wrote about Laguna. He was watching her and telling her about his life. But the song's title, "Eyes on Me", actually is quite valid for Laguna as well, who is being watched from the future by Squall and Alone, and our junctions that give power to him being like guardians or a watching eye over him. So yeah. Probably kinda referencing the song here with "You Were My Eyes". And also Alone appears to be quite content, so there probably won't be any more Laguna visions from this point onwards. This gesture just didn't look like Squall, with his hand on his heart and the stern nod. He's been either really cold and emotionless, or very passionate, and this resolute but calm gesture just didn't suit him, I think. I mean, it's showing his development as a character. He's dealing better with his emotion. It's a good thing that he's able to be so calm about it. But, well, yeah, it's something that he wouldn't have done anywhere else in CD1 or 2. This is a really stupid thing, though. I mean, her wording was very specific. Words people she knows now, sent into people she knew in the past. So even if Rinoa was not comatose, silent and lifeless, and Alone would be able to get to know her, she could send Rinoa into someone Alone knew in the past. But she can't send Squall into Rinoa, because in that target time where she sends Rinoa, or no, where she sent someone, she didn't know Rinoa back then. So that's like totally useless. But I guess that's what love does to people. And on the other hand, I really think it's a very nice thing of Alone to do, to not speak against Squall and say no, this won't help, don't even try, but instead follow him and at least give his hopes a chance. I mean, after all, he's the hero, so maybe it works. The music stops. This is bad. This is so well done. This little scene. It's so good, I think. Like with every little pause and between the sounds and then the music starting, it's just got the perfect flow to it. I don't know, it's just... It feels like it starts opening, it opens the glass and you know that's not right. And it's like falling down, and it's like when you miss a step and you have the sensation of falling and you know, oh shit. And then with this deep, clunky metal sound, the cover over her body opens, and you feel like, oh my god. It's like sealing your fate, like a door slamming shut despite opening. And then you just think, oh my god, something's going horribly wrong. And then you got this witch, the sorceress's theme, which is basically, I think, Ultimasia's theme. And you know exactly why. Because at least you know it's Ultimasia's doing. And this is... You know everything you need just from these, without a word. And that's just so well done from the game design point of view. I'm also surprised at how rational of a person Alone is, like being like how composed. Going back to the control room when she's told, and how she's dealing with Squall's pleading and everything. It's not resisting when Squall asks her to leave. And oh my god, this is not a graphic glitch by the emulator. This is how it is supposed to look. By the way, hi guy, you still alive? No, you're at least unconscious. Let's see how that feels. Bonk. So yeah, we can talk to Renoir. Oh, nope, we can. We can't. When we try, I don't know. Do we need to talk? No, touching her alone is enough. And yeah, then we get knocked aside. And yeah, we've seen this wobbly walk before when she followed Ultimacia as Idea in the Delling City Parade. But she didn't have strange illusions following her. At this point, by the way, she doesn't knock us. We could just block her away and make her glitch all over the place. If you're doing it right, you can even split her illusions from her. Make them walk different paths around you. But yeah, let's ignore that. So yeah, whatever's wrong with Renoir, I mean, what the hell? Remember, Ultimacia can only possess sorceresses, and Renoir is not a sorceress. And her special technique is relying on her fucking dog. If she was a sorceress, she wouldn't have... Yep, there I split them. She wouldn't be such a miserable fighter, I mean, yeah. Good thing no one's trying to touch her, because that would end badly. But considering that Pete and one of the other NPCs there are already lying on the ground, they probably saw what's happening to those who try. And look what Renoir is after. She's not after us, she's not after Alone. She's after Adel. Adele, Adel, I don't know how to call her. Level 1 seal. Good thing that there are many, apparently. I mean, if there was just one seal, you wouldn't call it level 1, right? What happened to Renoir? There's only one seal. Holy shit, they only got 2 seals. God damn it. Adel's gonna revive if the seal is broken. Yo, Renoir, oh fuck. Yeah, we needed to do that. We can't stand up now. Need to see her walk out. Yeah, we still need to see her walk out. Sorry. Hey, creepy, not creepy. Really. Okay, I know that. I know that. What the hell itself, you? Okay, no one changed. No one's dialogues changed. So, yep. Again, the monitor. So yeah, more monsters have gathered. And it's finally starting. It's really awkward. It's usually a sentence that villains say, but I don't think Pete is a villain. He's just the boss of the station. And he wouldn't even be pronouncing it the same way. It's not like it's finally starting. It's more like dreadful. And yeah. The problem with the Lunar Cry is monsters on the moon. Lunar Cry makes monsters on the moon, monsters on the surface. Since monsters, spoiler, don't possess tunneling capabilities, they need to go through space to get from the moon to the surface. And yep, this is the point. The level 2 seal is located on Adel's tomb. Oh, they call it tomb, okay. So, in fact, what Renoir is trying to do next is get out of the station to the tomb and deactivate the second seal. And if the monsters reach her before she does that, she's just gonna be, well, washed away by a horde of monsters. Oh! Look, the moon! Didn't even know I needed to go here. But yeah, I can totally see why they call it a cry. I think it's really interesting though that you have every few hundred years. I mean, you can recognize many monsters that we know from the surface, but some who we don't. And that's totally logical, because monsters apparently this moon has an atmosphere. I mean, look at this. So, but you have a totally different ecosystem. So monsters develop in this moon's ecosystem, then go down to Earth, and some probably die off because they aren't fit for the Earth's circumstances to live in, and others just change over the years, the evolution and stuff. And then in the next cry, you got monsters that once were the same species, but have developed in two completely different ecosystems now. And yeah. Surprise, they're headed for Tears Point. And this astronaut there has a really bad yeah, spot. Should we head into that locker room? Yeah, the locker room is this here. Very hard to see the door. But yeah. Hello, girl. Need a spacesuit. Oh, maybe that's true. Huh. Lucky one of them is here and it's not locked. So yeah, Reno is at the front, we're at the back. Oh, and we can control ourselves, so yeah. We can control the swinging motion up and down, this is automatic. Just need to catch up to her. And if she knocks those around with her powers, then those are they are in a really bad spot, drifting through space. And apparently things are getting even worse. Because Adel panicky. Because for whatever reason the door is shut. The door is shut. Hello, the door is fucking shut. Yeah, we are fucked. Yeah, for some reason, no one noticed that Adel's tomb is in the direct path of the from the moon to Tears Point. So yeah, the wave of monsters is gonna probably going to. Yes, I know, Squall. Oh my god, let me talk. It's probably gonna take the tomb and Renoir with it if you're really unlucky down to Estar, which is very bad if Ultimecia has any agents down there which are in the Lunatic Pandora. For example, the Galbadian military, which she controlled after she killed Delling. You know? Just a feeling. What's with you? Why are you lying here? Did he lie there before? So yeah, the Lunar Cry has really. I'll just assume that it wasn't scheduled to happen for like a rather great time, because let's face it, they're horribly prepared. I mean, the tomb is in the way, and the whole station is endangered, and they are adopting the president for his own safety. Oh hey, that's the president. You can see with the orange shoulder pads. Way and bye. Whoop. So yeah, taking. Oh wait, Alone's no longer here. Alone's in the control room. At least I hope she's still there. Oh please still be there. Actually, shouldn't they have gone to the escape pods long ago? Nope, she's still here. Reno, stop. Damn it, the seal's gonna be broke. Oh wait, that was the trigger. I thought Alone was the trigger. But yeah. Well, Renoir is safe from the monsters, I think. Sorry. How does she even know? The hell, Alone, what are you talking? See? Instead of discussing with Squall at this point while they should be evacuating, she's telling him, but she's still going. She's still acting rational. She's still using her common sense. And that's something I really think is it's very good. This is how the crystal pillar looks when it's active. Super cool.